mode initiated. I don't know, come out is a weird thing because I feel like you don't come out as asexual, you kind of just are, and then if people like ask you, you're kind of like, not really into that, you know. But I don't know, I guess the funniest thing is if you ever really express kind of, oh, I don't really think that's something I want to do, or, you know, maybe it's not something I ever want to do, you kind of got the whole like, oh, you're just young, you'll grow into it, no one wants to do that when they're younger, and I don't know, maybe no one does, but I was sort of like, but I feel like people don't usually have the same reaction that I do, which is kind of like, no. But it's more just kind of like, you know, if you're, say, you know, bi or gay or something, you bring your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you might want to get with someone or something, and then it sort of comes out, or you come out, be like, actually don't like men, but you know, hit me up if you're a woman or something, you know. Whereas for me it's kind of more like, well, it really never just comes up because you don't know, I could just be celibate for other reasons. I guess it's come up a little bit more with some of my friends, just with if anyone's watching Riverdale, with the whole Jughead being asexual, and they've given him a romantic interest, and it's kind of really hard because I'm not aromantic, like I do get crushes on people and I do feel like I want to date someone, but for me it's more kind of just like, yeah, I'd let them hold my hand rather than, you know, anything else. And so, I don't know, I kind of quite liked that they gave Jughead a romantic interest, because I feel like it's really important to see that you can have healthy, like difficult but healthy relationships with people who don't want sex. But it does get really hard because then I'm kind of like, oh, I'm asexual, and people are like, oh, so you want to be alone forever? And it's like, well, no. And then they're like, well, I don't really understand what you mean. It's like when you're in a relationship with someone, you don't just like them because of sex. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. If you ever want to chat, love talking about it. Well, not really. That sounds weird. But like, I'm happy to talk about it. I won't seek someone out and be like, let me tell you.
That's so going in.
If you have a minute, I'd like to talk to you about the asexual agenda. I might have a booth thing to come and talk about it if anyone wants to talk about it, which sounds pretty cool to me. I actually got contacted by one of the vice heads who were like, they're really hoping to have like ace representation in, and I think that's really awesome because it's not really something that comes up a lot, and if it does, it's always a bit of an afterthought, like, and it's kind of all like, yeah, you know, you can love whoever you want, there's nothing wrong with being, you know, gay, nothing wrong with being bi, nothing wrong with being straight, nothing wrong with loving sex, nothing wrong with choosing to not have sex, and it's kind of always an afterthought that's kind of like, oh, and nothing wrong with not wanting it. So I think it's really great that there was an effort to reach out to have that kind of representation. That actually really meant a lot to me, and I feel like could mean to a lot to other people.